Changing your mind when you see music coming. When you see music coming, he's the tall of the West.
I could do this all day. Forgot how fun squirt guns were. I think the last time I used one of these, there was vodka in it. So much fun! How long is this panel? Can we extend it by like a half an hour? And just play that song on repeat? This is what nightmares are made of. How's everybody doing? Yeah, you are. Yeah. Everybody had a fun time last night? Concert? Rob was telling me a story, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He's probably going to be mad at me, but he gets a little nervous before shows. I don't know why. You guys done it a million times, but it's kind of cute. And he went back to the green room and he found an unopened bottle of wine. And without thinking, he just opened it, and took a big swig, realized that it was one of Daniela's bottles of wine. I can't wait to tell her. The little things. Yeah, and then I'm going to shoot him in the face with a squirt gun. So it's like a double whammy. All right, let's take some questions, because I could just do this all day. Hi. Hi.
Hi. So I'm going to ask you a little early today to put on your director hat. Over the last 14, almost 15 years, there's been a lot of changes in technology when it comes to filming things. But there's also been a lot of changes in technology when it comes to watching. So when you started, you may have been watching on like a 19-inch tube television. Now you're watching on an 80-inch flat screen. How have those changes affected decisions that are made on set with regards to like blocking, lighting, those kind of things? The details that may have been missed by viewers in the past that are being noticed by viewers now?
Great question. We actually, when we started the show in 2005, we were on 35mm film. So we were shooting old school, actual film. And they would say, you know, check the gate, which in the film industry, you have to, there's a person that actually gets a flashlight and looks inside the camera to make sure that there's not a hair or a piece of dust that has landed on the lens that would be picked up and essentially ruin the take. With the invention of digital and the quality of digital, when we switched over to that, I think it was season 3, all that became obsolete, and there was no checking a gate, there was no having to switch out the giant film mags. So it was that was certainly a shift. And I remember the lighting became different. And really, that's the only major difference, I think, with film and with HD, is the lighting has to be skewed a little bit more for that. Unfortunately, with high definition, you get to see more of the imperfections, I think, in filmmaking. So there's arguments of, well, you can do more with it, but at the same time, I think it also highlights some of the negativity that film didn't show. So I don't know. I think it's fine. You can also put treatments on it. You can make a digital image look film-like, much like your cameras. You can put a filter on it. So there are tricks to make digital imagery look film-like, but we try to just keep it as close to what the human eye would see in real life as we can. And really, the only thing that changes to make that happen is lighting. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, first time from Portugal. So my question is, how you have so many fight scenes in Supernatural? How do you prepare for those scenes? What time does it take, for example? And is there a challenge scene that you choose for fight scene favorite, for example? And also, is there any? It's the last, I should say. Is there any Portuguese words that you learned recently?
Recently?
Yeah.
Obrigado? Yeah, I didn't learn that recently. I've known that for a long time.
You know that.
Yeah, I should know more. I dated a girl from Brazil who spoke Portuguese many years ago, and I should probably know more than I do, but it's been a while. Fight scenes, yes. Getting ready for a fight, it depends on what the fight scene is. If it's a heavily choreographed fight scene with a lot of physical moves and choreography, fight choreography, then yeah, we do rehearse it quite extensively. Because of the schedule and because Jared and I are working so much, the stunt guys, our stunt doubles, will come in on a day, maybe two or a day or two or three before we actually film that scene, and they will rehearse that fight scene and map out all the moves and design it. And then we will come in on the day that we're filming it and essentially stand off to the side and watch our doubles perform it. And then I will then step in and I will run it a few times with whatever stunt double guy that I'm working with that day. And a lot of times, if they are a heavily choreographed fight scene, Rob Hader, who is our stunt coordinator, who is, I think, doing a phenomenal job, he will video the fight scenes a few days beforehand, edit it together, and send it to us in an email. So I'll get to watch kind of a cut version of what we will be doing. And then I'll just try to memorize the moves. You know, it's a right punch here, it's a duck, it's a right kick. And then when we get there and it's time to film it, we'll run it a few times. A lot of times we'll break up a full fight scene, so what you see as one continuous fight scene, we'll break it up into sections. So there'll be like a beginning, a middle, and an end. And those are for the more complicated ones. A lot of times if we're just doing a stunt, we'll just walk in and they'll be like, All right, what am I doing? They're like, you're gonna fly through that window. I'm like, okay, sounds good. Jensen, you wanna stretch out? No, I'm fine. I should stretch out more. I don't. And I pay the price. But it's, there is a lot of people that put a lot of time and effort into making those stunt scenes, those fight scenes look as real as they do. And people get hurt, people get banged up. You know, I've caught a few, in fact, just this past season, I forgot to duck. And I was working with a stunt guy. And most of the stunt guys in Vancouver that work on the show know that Jared and I are pretty good about doing stunts. So they go pretty hard with us. Unfortunately that day he was going pretty hard. And I caught a fist right to my temple. And didn't stop. It was like I hit him and then he threw a punch and I was supposed to go like this, and I didn't do this. I actually went like this. So I helped him hit me. I was like, I almost leaned into it too. I was like, wham! But I just kept going. I could see he was like, ooh. And I think we took like there was a quick breath, like he hit me, and he was like, ooh, and I'm like, it's fine, keep going. And then we finished the fight scene and they yelled cut, and the stunt coordinator like came running on. Rob was like, you got hit, didn't you? You got hit, I saw it. And I'm like, ah. I'm fine. Am I bleeding? But that happens. And it happens more than people think, and it certainly happens to the stunt guys, because sometimes they'll do the close stuff with us, and then when they drop back for a wide shot, they'll let those guys go hard, and they do. And it's sometimes I watch it and I'm like, oh gosh, and I'll run on set and I'll be like, dude, are you okay? Yeah, fine. So yeah, they don't get the credit they deserve. Those guys take a lot of hard hits for y'all's enjoyment. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In 1412 Profits and Loss, we see baby pulling a trailer with a malak box on it. We have never seen it before, and so I want to know if baby already had a trailer hitch on, or if it was specially built, and if the handling of the car was differently.
It was built for, the tow hitch was built and installed for that particular episode. And yeah, luckily I've driven trailers before. I don't know why, but I have. I felt pretty comfortable doing it. There's several people on the crew who are careful people. They get paid to be careful. Our stunt coordinator is paid to be a kind of a safety person, to make sure that everybody's safe. If I'm firing a gun, they make sure that there is a barrier between the gun and the crew. Even though there's no projectile coming out of the gun, there's still a blast. There's still a concussion, and there's also wadding. There's like bits of stuff that can fly out, and it could hurt somebody. So there are people on set that are there to make sure that it's a safe set. And those are the same people that say, when I'm driving the Impala, no matter what, they can go get a sandwich. They'll walk off set, they're like, oh, Jensen's driving? Oh, we're good. And then apparently, if Jared's driving, more people come on set to protect people from his erroneous driving behavior. I think I said this before. There was I forget the name of the episode. What was the episode where I got like Dean had the love potion and the two girls?
Yeah.
What was it? Yeah, I don't know either. And Sam comes driving up, and then we get into the fight, the wrestling match in front of the Impala.
Right.
You remember this?
Yep.
They wouldn't let Jared just pull up into the parking lot. That's how bad it is. They had his stunt double dress up like him, who Mike Carpenter doesn't have long hair. He got a wig on, he got makeup, he put the full wardrobe on just to drive the car up to the curb. And then they yelled, "Pause!" Mike jumps out, Jared runs in, shuts the door, and then pretends to get out of the car as though he was full of I was clapping for it. It's ridiculous that the guy can't drive a car. He's almost 40. Whatever. But yes, that tow hitch was put on for that particular episode, and it was taken off shortly after. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. If Dean hadn't been raised as a hunter, what career do you think he would have chosen and why?
I don't know, construction. Maybe a bricklayer. Maybe he's the guy that controls the wrecking ball. Because he just likes to destroy things. Not because he likes Miley Cyrus, but just because he likes to destroy things. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think you would be?
I think he would be a firefighter.
Oh.
In one of the episodes in the first season, Dean says that as a kid he wanted to be a firefighter.
That's right. Saving people, putting out fires, the family business. Saving people, starting fires.